Have you ever caught yourself breathing a little too faster, maybe holding your breath without even realizing it? Maybe during a tense moment, or while climbing the stairs, you pause and take shallow breaths without meaning to. Now, what if I told you that this small, automatic habit could be doing something far more serious than you think? Not just affecting your lungs, but quietly putting your heart at risk. As we age, our bodies rarely send out loud alarms. Instead, they whisper through small physical shifts and overlooked behaviors. And something as simple as the way you breathe could be the first clue that your heart is under silent strain. Today, I'm diving into 3 dangerous breathing mistakes that may be secretly overworking your heart, especially for those over the age of 60. Trust me, Anse, you understand these patterns. You'll start paying closer attention to every breath you take. Before I jump in, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe to Golden Aging Health, your go-to source for doctor-backed, senior-specific advice that helps you stay independent, strong, and informed. Now, let's look at the first critical breathing mistake that could be silently pushing your heart beyond its limit, and the reason why this happens more often after 60. Habit number 1. Shallow chest breathing. This might sound harmless, but it's far from it, especially for seniors over 60. Shallow breathing means you're mostly using the upper part of your chest and not fully engaging your diaphragm, the muscle that powers deep, efficient breathing. You may not even notice you're doing it. Many people develop this habit gradually, especially if they live with chronic stress, poor posture, or even mild lung stiffness, which becomes more common with age. But here's the key concern. When you breathe this way, you're not fully inflating your lungs, which means less oxygen is delivered to your bloodstream, and your heart has to pump harder to deliver what little oxygen there is. According to Harvard Health, shallow breathing reduces oxygen saturation and can trigger symptoms like lightheadedness, anxiety, fatigue, and heart palpitations. Over time, this increases the workload on your heart and may elevate your resting heart rate and blood pressure, particularly in seniors whose cardiovascular efficiency is already reduced due to age-related changes. My friend Bill, 71 years old, used to take brisk walks every morning. Every day, just after sunrise, Bill would lace up his sneakers, grab his baseball cap, and head out for a brisk lap around the neighborhood. It was his favorite part of the day, quiet, peaceful, and good for his heart. Or so he thought. Over time, though, something changed. At first, it was subtle. He'd walk a little slower. Then came the unexpected stop pausing at the corner mailbox to catch his breath. Just age catching up, he told himself, chuckling and brushing it off like many of us do. After all, he was still moving, still active, but deep down, he knew something felt off. It wasn't until his daughter noticed him breathing heavily while tying his shoes that she insisted he see a specialist. That's when Bill met with a pulmonary expert, someone who didn't just check his lungs, but watched how he breathed. And there it was. The diagnosis surprised him. Shallow chest breathing. Somewhere along the way, Bill had shifted to using only the top part of his chest to breathe, especially when he was focused or anxious. No deep belly movement, no full oxygen exchange. Just small, fast breaths that felt normal but were starving his heart of what it needed most: oxygen. According to the doctor, this pattern was making Bill's heart work harder with every step. It wasn't a matter of fitness, it was a matter of how he was breathing. The fix? Simple but powerful. With guidance, Bill learned diaphragmatic breathing, drawing his breath deep into his belly, slowly and steadily. Within weeks, something remarkable happened. His energy started to return, his resting heart rate dropped, and those mid-walk pauses, they were fewer and farther between. Here's a simple breathing self-check you can try right now. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe normally. If your chest rises more than your belly, chances are you're shallow breathing. What can you do instead? Practice diaphragmatic breathing, also known as belly breathing. Here's how. Sit or lie down comfortably. Place a hand on your belly. Inhale slowly through your nose, aiming to expand your belly. Exhale gently through pursed lips. Repeat for 5-10 breaths, twice daily. Noticing yourself breathing shallowly when you're focused or stressed? Try the self-check and share what you found in the comments. I'd love to hear how it went. Next, I'm going to reveal a breathing habit that many seniors still do regularly and don't even realize that it's hurting their hearts. Habit number 2. Breath holding during movement or focus. After all, you're just bending over to tie your shoes, reaching for something high, or lifting a light grocery bag. But here's the thing. In these small moments, many seniors unknowingly do something that quietly strains the heart they hold their breath. It's such a natural reaction, you might not even notice it. But holding your breath while moving or focusing is surprisingly common, and over time, this habit can create unnecessary pressure in the chest and disrupt blood flow to the heart. When you hold your breath, especially during physical effort, it triggers what doctors call the Valsalva maneuver. According to the Mayo Clinic, this response can raise your blood pressure, reduce oxygen delivery, and increase the risk of irregular heart rhythms, a serious concern for adults over 60, whose cardiovascular systems are already more vulnerable. Linda, a 68-year-old former librarian, who thought she was doing everything right. She stayed active, maintained a clean diet, and followed her doctor's advice. But lately, she'd noticed something odd, feeling tight in the chest while doing simple chores like lifting a laundry basket or reaching for a book on the top shelf. It wasn't painful, just uncomfortable, like she had to pause to catch her breath. At first, she blamed it on aging. But during a routine checkup, her doctor observed her doing a few basic movements. That's when they caught the pattern. Linda was unconsciously holding her breath every time she moved with effort or concentration. That small habit was creating a spike in pressure around her heart, forcing it to work harder, even though her body wasn't doing anything strenuous. Her doctor taught her a simple fix: exhale with effort. Whether standing up, stretching, or lifting, she learned to breathe out during the motion. Within weeks, Linda felt less fatigued and more comfortable during her daily routine. And it's not just anecdotal. This advice is grounded in science. A 2021 study published in the Journal of the American Geriatrics Society found that breath holding during movement can increase heart rate variability, which is a sign of cardiovascular stress in older adults. What can you do differently? Next time you lift something, step up or bend down, inhale gently before the movement, and breathe out as you go. That one shift could relieve significant pressure from your heart and improve your body's oxygen flow. If you know someone who holds their breath while doing daily tasks, share this video with them, because changing this one small habit could ease the strain on their heart and protect their health over time. Keep watching to uncover the third critical breathing mistake that often happens while you sleep. Most seniors don't even know it's putting their heart at risk. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Habit number 3. Nighttime breathing disruptions. It's silent, it's gradual, and many seniors don't realize it's affecting their heart until something serious happens. We're talking about nighttime breathing disruptions, commonly linked to a condition known as sleep apnea. And no, you don't have to snore loudly or stop breathing dramatically for it to be a problem. Even mild, undiagnosed sleep apnea can cause dips in oxygen levels during the night. And every time your oxygen drops, your heart has to work harder to keep your body supplied, even while you sleep. According to the American Heart Association, Sleep apnea is strongly associated with high blood pressure, arrhythmias, stroke, and heart failure, especially in people over 60. In fact, a study published in the journal Chest found that up to 80% of moderate to severe sleep apnea cases in older adults go undiagnosed. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. George, a 73-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan, had always prided himself on being tough and self-reliant. He lived alone, stayed active, and didn't complain much. But over the past year, something has changed. He began waking up tired, not just groggy, but bone-deep exhausted, like he hadn't slept at all. During the day, he found himself nodding off in his recliner or forgetting simple things, like why he walked into the kitchen. He brushed it off as just part of getting older. His doctor had warned him about blood pressure years ago, so he figured this was just aging catching up. What George didn't know was that while he slept, his heart was fighting a silent battle alone he couldn't feel and had never been told to watch for. After a brief episode of chest tightness landed him in the cardiologist's office, the doctor asked him a simple but revealing question. "How's your sleep?" George admitted he wasn't sleeping great. No major snoring, no gasping, or so he thought. But the doctor suggested a home sleep apnea test, just to be safe. The results were shocking. Throughout the night, George's oxygen levels had been dropping repeatedly more than 20 times an hour. Each dip meant his brain and heart were briefly deprived of oxygen, triggering a stress response that forced his heart to pump harder, over and over again. This wasn't just bad sleep. This was undiagnosed obstructive sleep apnea, condition that, according to the American Heart Association, significantly increases the risk of hypertension, atrial fibrillation, heart failure, and stroke. Studies published in Chest Journal have shown that up to 80% of seniors with moderate to severe sleep apnea don't even know they have it, just like George. Here's what happened next. George started using a CPAP machine, a small device that keeps the airway open during sleep. He also made a few practical changes, cutting back on caffeine after lunch, elevating his head slightly at night, and sticking to a regular sleep routine. George's story is powerful not because it's rare, but because it's so common. Most seniors, like him, never suspect that something as simple as disrupted breathing during sleep could quietly overwork their heart every single night. How do you know if this might be happening to you? Here are some warning signs to look for. Waking up tired, even after a full night's sleep. Morning headaches. Frequent nighttime bathroom trips. Gasping or choking during sleep, often noticed by a partner. Daytime fatigue or brain fog. Feeling tired during the day, snoring at night, or seeming restless while asleep, especially after age 60, could be signs of undiagnosed sleep apnea. Talking to your doctor about a simple sleep evaluation might reveal what your heart has been trying to tell you all along. Drop the word sleep in the comments if you're ready to take a closer look and give your heart the rest it deserves. Your story could help someone else take the first step too. Let's take a moment to review the 3 breathing habits after 60 that could be quietly putting your heart at risk. Shallow chest breathing, breath holding during movement, and nighttime breathing disruptions like sleep apnea. These habits might seem harmless or even go completely unnoticed, but over time, they can lead to increased blood pressure, reduced oxygen circulation, and unnecessary strain on your heart. Ignoring these signs could raise your risk for serious cardiovascular issues, from fatigue and arrhythmias to heart failure. The good news? You don't need to make huge, overwhelming changes to start protecting your heart. Simple steps like practicing diaphragmatic breathing, learning to exhale during physical effort, and speaking to your doctor about sleep quality can make a powerful difference. Hit that like button and subscribe to Golden Aging Health for more senior-focused, doctor-approved tips to help you stay strong, energized, and heart smart. And don't forget to share this video with someone over 60. These breathing habits could be silently impacting their heart health. And your share might be the reminder they need to make a life-changing shift. Want more ways to support your heart and lungs as you age? Check out our playlist, Stroke and Heart Attack, linked in the description below. Thanks for watching. Breathe well, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.